There are great expressions of love at work in the scriptures today. First, from the prophet Isaiah, we hear of God's great esteem and love for the faithful servant. This is the first of the four what are called the suffering servant songs of the prophet Isaiah. And we'll hear all four this week, chapter 40, chapter 42, chapter 49, 42, 49, 50, and 52, those chapters of the book of Isaiah. The fourth being what we'll hear on Good Friday in the Liturgy of the Passion, that speaks of the lamb led to the slaughter, or the sheep to the shearers, who remains silent and endures great suffering. But all of these servant songs speak of God's protection, God's favor, and the fidelity of the servant. And it speaks specifically, obviously, in this week for us about Christ, about the Lord as he goes to the cross. So we'll hear them today, tomorrow, and Wednesday at morning mass, and then on Good Friday in the Liturgy of the Passion. It speaks about God looking with favor and looking with love upon the faithful servant. And then the tables are turned in the gospel as Mary, the sister of Lazarus, offers a great expression of love, of devotion, and really of adoration as she cherishes the presence of Jesus, not just in thanksgiving for what he did in bringing her brother back from the dead, but really as a matter of devotion. It becomes an expression of reverence for what the Lord would be about to do, though she didn't know it. Jesus immediately connects that gesture of kindness with his passion in referencing his own burial. And so we see the way in which God's love for us and our love in return all come together in communion. This is what it is to be a person of faith, to be looked upon with love by God, who bestows blessings upon us, who watches over us, who provides for what we need, and gives us the assurance that all will be well. And we in return offer our adoration, our devotion, and every expression of love we can muster up. And it just leads to the Lord loving us all the more, and our loving the Lord all the more. This is manifest in our worship. What Mary is doing is literally worshiping at the feet of the Lord. Our own adoration, our love for the Lord, is expressed here in worship, as the Lord then bestows love upon us all the more, and we get caught up in this ongoing exchange and dialogue of devotion, of fidelity, and of love. And it all comes to a point here at the cross, where we stand on Good Friday with great devotion, with wonder and awe, to express our love and thanksgiving for the Lord in this highest expression of his love for us. So let us allow ourselves to get caught up in all of that. Not to stand back like Judas or someone else who might be saying, well, why are you doing that? Shouldn't you be doing something else? Those temptations to be drawn away, when all we really need to do is be here with the Lord. So allow yourself to be open to this cycle, this ongoing communion, dialogue, and conversation of devotion, of admiration, and of God's grace at work in us.